Welcome Boardshop fans. You find me in a very good mood. I'm very, very happy indeed because we've got a very excellent new surfboard just arrived. The Form Flow Stik Mini. I rarely get this excited. So what's it all about? You know the original Flow Stik, one of the biggest selling boards of the year, last year and this year for us. The Flow Stik Pro, basically a high performance mid-length, if you like, or in the smaller sizes a high performance hybrid. And it's now joined by the Flow Stik Mini, a full-on groveller, but the boys at Form, together with Alan Stokes and me, have solved the problem of the small wave board being flat, characterless, boring, catches loads of waves, goes along a bit, but it's impossible to turn or very hard to turn. We've solved that problem with the Flow Stik Mini. It does all of the things you want a weak wave board to do. So let me explain. As you'd expect, pretty flat. A little bit of lift in the nose, not a lot. Lots of meat all the way through. But look at the pared down rail. So it's got a lower rail profile than you normally associate with a board like this. Concave wise, single starting up by the logo, running into a double midway through the board and out through the fins. So what that's doing is giving you paddle power, wave catching ability by generating lift. And also once you've caught the wave and you're up and riding, it gives you a real squirt. It gives little bursts of acceleration as the water comes through the double concave, even in really poor, weak conditions. Combined with the pared down rail, this makes the board release a lot more easily. And instead of putting a big blocky squash tail on, there's this nice pulled in round tail and very, very firmed up rails right on the fin there. So the board feels a bit kind of like it's on a fulcrum under your back foot. So it turns a lot more tightly than an average Joe or a lost beanbag or something like that would do. So it's got all the small wave catching abilities that you want out of a groveller, a super groveller, as I will call this. But it's got that extra bit of manoeuvrability as well. It's not a Pizel gremlin, which is kind of a notch above. This is designed for those days when you might use a longboard or even a sub. But you don't want to. You want to actually go surfing, you want to throw the board around, you want to get it moving. In this profile, in this short length, it kind of fits into those waves a bit better as well, and you can get it turning. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you will have spotted that it's set up as a quad. For me, this board is a quad all day long. Unless you're an absolute ripper who orders a custom 5.2 with next to no volume, and you want to try and get it vertical in slightly better waves, then you surf it as a thruster. But for the average man on the street or in the sea, stick with a quad. Alan Stokes has got a video out. You'll see him surfing it, throwing it around like mad. He's got normal FCS2 performers in, but I would ride a large template fin in all sizes and go for a fin that's a little bit stiffer as well for this particular board. Normally you wouldn't do that in a full-on groveller, but it just gives you that bit more bite on your turns. A couple of the boys have also surfed it with the MR twin set and the little trailer. If you're into more carvy turns, a bit more drawn out, a bit more relaxed, a bit more laid back, then that's an option. But I think a large size set of quad fins in slightly stiffer construction will do you really well. The sizes, we've only had the first batch in, 5.8 up to 6.2, but we're going to do them smaller and bigger in that size range. What this board is also really good for is somebody who doesn't get in the water very often, or is unfit, or drinks too much beer, or etc, etc. Go bigger and you can surf this board in slightly wider range conditions. Let's face it, most people don't really surf waves over shoulder height in the UK, apart from 10% of the time. So get a board that fits the waves you're surfing. And if you're in a normal location in the East Coast, Lower East Coast, South Coast, or what have you, wave catching and fun are the two premiums that you're looking for. So if you're an older guy or a bigger guy, go up in size 6.2, 6.4, and you will have, in effect, the glow and slide of a longboard, but all in this beautiful little package. Volume-wise, just to give you an indication, the 5.8 comes in at 36 litres. about 5 litres less than a Lost beanbag in the equivalent size. But we're confident it'll do what the beanbag does in those small conditions, weaker waves, but by having a little bit less volume with the pared down rails and the tail and the nose, you'll get that extra manoeuvrability. We really like it. I'm sure you will do too. The proof of the pudding is in the surfing, of course, so watch out for more videos coming along. But there it is, the Form Flow Stik Mini. On the website right now, obviously it's available on 0% finance. You can customise it, trade in old boards against it, all the usual stuff. There it is. Thanks for watching.